Welcome to another episode of Day Sports. Again, back with my brother Tom. What is doing, lad?
Fucking hungry, dude. It was a late one home, so I've had to jump on the potty and starve. But yeah, besides that, I'm doing good.
Yeah, good. What's for dinner, lad?
Actually don't know. Jess is out, so I'll have to fucking rustle up something.
So you're telling me you're having a toasty is what you're telling me.
I don't know if it'll be a toasty, but I'm sure a sandwich press will be involved somewhere along the way.
Alrighty, well, let's get into it. Plenty to go over this week. We'll do a bit of a recap of our... What was that round? Round
10, I believe.
10? 11?
10.
No, it was round 10. It was round 10, yeah, recap of that. So our bets... Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Yeah, this was a sometimes maybe shit week. Not a whole lot.
Well, look, I got up at least on one thing, which I kind of completely forgot about. Just bringing them up now to have a little geezy. So I had Fletcher Sharp anytime. Bang, thank you very much. Jaeman Salmons did not score for you.
Cool.
I missed out on my multi of the week by one. Both of us, I guess, went down by one. You got absolutely...
I got fucking
somehow you missed out.
Cunt. Here's me playing... While this game was going on, I was out playing golf. And, yeah, I know, shocker. But, yeah, I was out playing golf. And I was just checking my super coach because I was in dire need of Xavier Coates to score a few tries for me. And I'm just seeing him fucking rack up the points. I'm like, oh, bro, I'll jump on and check... I'll jump on and check the NRL app. He must have been scoring a few. Nothing.
Big zero for
Big
Zav.
zip fucking tries, and then just see Paps. But yeah, don't know how that dude didn't score.
Fuck, did he have a day out?
Yeah.
And then into the games, Eels, they got beaten by the Finns, unfortunately. So that one was a little X for me. A little bit rough there for the Eels. I thought they probably could have got that done, losing 20-16. Multiple opportunities to win it.
Gosh, I thought they'd iced it when the Fox went through with like however long it was to go, like 30 seconds or a minute or whatever to go. Especially when he had passed back to Dill Bags and Hamaso had to like sort of half stop and then he fucking turned back towards the corner post and then he had to like turn around again. I was like, oh, no way in the world is he catching him, but just fuck his
yeah,
fast.
like it's disgusting. It's disgusting how quick the hammer is. Like I don't think there would be anyone else that would have caught him, but he's just gone. Oh, I'll get turned inside out. Yeah, no worries. Herbie Farnworth, he had a game and a half. He's just a rugby league handful.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That dude has white line fever at all times. Just give me the ball. I'm just going to run and run and run. But yeah, like I thought Brown would have got there, but disappointing. Didn't get that one. This next game was just God, it was the most Knights thing of all time to happen.
Yeah.
It was just, you saw that coming a mile away. I hit you up at halftime being like, oi, live bet the Titans.
It would have been such a better bet if you had done it on the Canberra and Doggies game for sure.
Well, I will get to that, but this one,
yeah,
like,
you literally messaged me, and of all teams though, like the Titans are known for leading at halftime and shit in the bed. So for them to be down by 20 at halftime, I was like, nah, like there is no way these guys are making a comeback. But
it's just like because I tipped the Knights. Yeah, I tipped the Knights at halftime. I had no faith at all. I was like, watch them literally lose this. And sure enough, I completely forgot I even put Fletcher Sharp down to score. I logged into my sports bet. There was money sitting there. In my blue betting agency. And there was money sitting there. And I was like,
give us a sponsorship, you dogs. Hurry up.
There's money sitting there. And then I was like, oh, what's that from? And then I was like, oh, nice one. The whole time, I think Brimmer, he scored 2 tries. And the only thing that was going through my head was Tui Kamakabita's. Nice one, Brimson. Yeah, was the only thing going through my head. But yeah, rugby league maths. I was like, Titans got beaten in first half, therefore have one half of footy to play. Therefore win, was basically what I was thinking at halftime. Next one,
I think Sportsbet put up a thing, like the Titans live odds was huge. They were like 20-something bucks, I think, at halftime.
It was crazy.
Rabbitohs was like $14 at halftime they were to beat the Bronx. And then the Doggies were like $50.
Oh, it was ridiculous. And it was so fun. I think at the end of the day, end of the game, the camera on Des Hasler, who destroyed them. He was looking...
just looking into the blue. So I was trying to get a video of it. He looked like
he was so out of it. Next one. This one, I was just... the Rabbitohs beating the Broncos 22-14.
Yeah, like... We definitely weren't.
It was another one.
Weren't playing well, but neither were they, really. Let's be honest.
Yeah, well, I just had no confidence. It was, 14-0 or whatever at halftime, and I was like, it's not screaming a whole lot of confidence for me at the moment. And then, against Wayne Bennett, probably gave one of the all-time talks at halftime. Yeah. Latrell Mitchell, for some reason, again, hates the Brisbane Broncos on, I think, Wayne's behalf. He decides to just turn up and fucking... And that's the mythical character, isn't it? Trell in a mood. Like, when Trell's in a mood, there's things that man can do that no one else can do. Like, that field goal, as soon as he got the ball and went to have a crack, I knew it was going over, and boy, did it sail over. Like, effortlessly, just bang, 49 on the fly, and turned around just like, fucking do that shit daily, like no worries.
Like even
like he's freaky.
Even that try saver he made on Dean Mariner down the right, like Dean's got wheels, and like I'm saying in the sprint, he's probably been fucking Trell 100 times out of 100. I'm assuming. Honestly, don't know, but even then. For him to square up and then Dean put on a little goosey and put a gas on, I thought he was going to get around him. But, that's a fucking big play to make, big hard tackle to make. So I'm sure there's a lot of fullbacks in the game that will not make that tackle, that's for sure. So, he had some big plays throughout the game, that's for sure. Compared to other weeks, he's definitely been extremely quiet. But, of course, he decides to just pull his finger out against the Broncos.
And it seems like he can flick the switch when he wants to. Multiple try-saving tackles, the effort plays that Trell put in were just ridiculous. He was either stealing the ball, he was doing this, he was taking people out. That one-on-one that he had with...
Payne Haas.
Yeah, that's probably like... Getting Dean's one thing, but then managing to tackle Payne Haas with 30 metres.
Full steam. The boy's got a big run up. Like, fuck me. That's a great tackle.
Oh, he couldn't have had more of a run-up if he tried. He was a getaway train with no brakes, and Latrell Mitchell said, yeah, bro, I got this, and just took him down. He even hit a big goosey before getting to Latrell, put on the gas himself. Latrell Mitchell thought he was a bloody centre at one point. He's never seen so much grass in his life, but... one thing that came out of this game that was shattering was Dozer just ripping the ham straight off the bone. Out for... probably a while, at least a month. But
that's why I said like 6 to 8 weeks or something. So, God forbid, good timing for Ezra, but fuck me.
That one needed. And I think, obviously it's a bad injury, especially for an old fella like himself. But just what shits me is, he has pretty much been injury-free majority of his career, signs up with the Broncos, making a run for that prem this season, bang, hamstring off the bone, actually fucked
Don't know about making...
I thought it was worse, though.
Yeah, I thought it was Achilles or something, and that's... I thought Cam Murray all overseas and done, so in the scheme of things, a lot better than what it possibly could have been. But, yeah.
But there's really not much to say about it. It was just all-round disappointing. People had their opinions about Latrell Mitchell's little fake it till you make it moment at the end there. I personally have I got no issue with it. Play to the whistle, and I think it was bloke in the bar we're talking about Kempy and all that. And he was talking about Joseph Tarpanay because he did a podcast with him and he was talking about that moment where Reece Walsh and he just fucking folded him. And that's what you should do. And they pretty much said that as well. They're like, if you did that to Trell's going to fucking snap you in half. And I think it's play on. Someone should have just absolutely folded him.
On the other hand, if someone had folded him, he would have got up and fucking carried on like a 2-bob watch, and so would the rest of their team. Guaranteed. There's no ifs or buts about that. So I think it's a lose-lose in the Broncos situation. They get an extra try put on them and made look like idiots pretty much. But if someone had just jammed the fuck out of him when he was on one knee, then he would have been blowing up deluxe. Can't change.
Billy Walters just coat hangers him.
Can't change my mind on
that. Next one was wild. This one was wild. Doggies managed to get it done at GIO, 32-20. Oh, I thought this one was all over at halftime. So I've got a few mates that go for Canberra or whatever. I'm G'ing them up the whole way, being like, the milk's getting it done. We're on the milk, baby. Let's go. Game starts. I check my tipping app. Oh, forgot to change it over to Canberra. I was like, and they were just putting on points. So I was literally messaging people like, oh, I've really made a mess of this one. Fucking forgot to put the milk on. But then again, I did message you being like, and this is where, again, the rugby league maths came into it. Usually Canberra only play one half, and usually it's the second half, but this time they played the first half really good. So my brain was like, they're done. When I checked it, Sportsbet, $19 live bet. I had that money sitting there from Fletcher Baker. I was like, do I? But just, it doesn't make sense to do that. Like 20-0 have been putting on tries for fun. Like,
pretty sure.
And then second half starts.
Pretty sure one of my mates, I think he had some multis that were like, I think the last leg was literally Canberra to win, so they were like home. So I think he hedged the fuck out of whatever multis he had on and put a bid on the doggies, I'm pretty sure, at halftime. But this is all hearsay. He's never shown us any bet slips, so I think he's full of shit. But
it's, yeah, unless you've seen him, it's a fucking lie. I'm pretty sure he's got a whole bunch of red crosses on some Canberra multis, but anyway. But and then the second half started. Stephen Crichton literally just went, boys, get on my back. We're going all the fucking way. And some of the shit that dude pulled off in a period of about like 20 minutes was just ridiculous. Just ripped that right edge to pieces, which is very scary. He has plagued me, whether it's not so much for the Bulldogs. Obviously, we're fucking 2-0 against those dogs this year. But Origin, he's been a menace, and coming up to Origin, that's not the performance that I'd like to see, just worldies from him. But flashback to the 2023 grand final, a try from a Stephen Crichton as well, where there was about 2 or 3 guys trying to tackle him, and he just went, yeah, no worries, I'm still getting over the line. So the stuff that dude can do, he's just ridiculous.
Yeah, no, he was definitely a fucking standout for them, that's for sure.
Yeah, and it's starting to get a little bit scary, like the attack that the doggies are putting together. Like, I still definitely have them as the premiership favourites. They've been the most consistent team this year by far. Classic that came out of this, and I'm ashamed I didn't get a clip of it because every other creator and the dog did. Jaeman Salmons.
Jaeman Salmons.
I think
that was the funniest thing I've seen this year.
That was classic. And then Ricky trying to play it off like, didn't mean much after. But realistically, like, has been living rent-free in Blake's head. He's been waiting for that moment, I think, for years now. Like, I can't blame him, Blake. I think Ricky had a bit of a laugh about it too.
Yeah, they would have had a bit of Ben Hunt about it if he scored this weekend against Dragons. Dude, the Hemi's fucked, not playing. So
we will get to that.
Yeah,
but
that's pretty funny.
Yeah, I reckon. I rate it highly. I reckon it's equally as iconic as Katoni Staggs when he scored that game winner against the Dolphins a couple of years ago, and it's our fucking home. I reckon it's about there. All right, next one. I don't have a ton to say about this one. Dragons versus the Wars. This was another one. I was out at dinner. Funny that. You playing golf, me wine and dining. That's pretty much on par.
For someone who never has any fucking money, you seem to go out for dinner quite a lot. But anyway,
someone's got to eat the food.
I didn't watch this game either. I was actually busy at dinner as well myself, and then busy in the pokies.
Hot call of the kettle black here.
Hey, I'm not the one who bitches about not having any money. But I can't say I watched this game, and from what I've seen, it looked like the Warriors were pretty well trying to throw one away after getting out to an early lead. Really just following the theme from the weekend of getting out to a nice 14-point plus lead and shit in the bed. So, they just keep showing up, really. Seems like Luke Metcalf had another great game. I don't really have much to say on this.
Nah, neither do I. Lukey's going to another level, really stepping up into those big boots. I don't hate either. So they were, 14 or whatever it was. So, again, nearly mucked it up. But they took a field goal attempt about 10 minutes out. I love that. I rate that highly. I don't know why more teams or more players don't go for it early. You get the ball back, you get to control, you get a bit of a breather, like whatever you need to do. I don't understand why. And we saw it so many, I guess in the Cowboys Panthers game, when you leave it last second, or even Broncos a couple of weeks ago, when you're leaving it last second, the pressure that it puts players under. slot it, get the point. If you need to slot another one, do it. Do whatever you need to do. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
And Lukey Metcalf did that.
I think that's just always been like the unspoken rule, sort of. You get within 10 minutes and you start sort of going for it, I think. But, yeah, I don't see why, you know, you take the pressure off yourself if you do. Like, it is a big high risk, high reward sort of situation, though, which I do understand why teams also don't want to give it a go until the last minute, because, you know, if you do fuck that up and you kick that ball dead, then that other team's going to have a 7 tackle set coming at you and definitely going to get into position to be able to have a dip at field goal then. So, and then yet again, if they get down your end and turn around, you're then on the back foot. So it is high risk, high reward, but sometimes you just got to pull the trigger, I guess.
Yeah, I reckon more teams need to do it. Next one, draw 30-30, Cowboys versus Riff. With this one, I thought, I've lost my six-pack. I've won my six-pack. I've ended up still owed a six-pack, but not owe you anything, so we take those.
Penrith lose this. When did the Cows score? They scored twice in the last 8 minutes, didn't they?
Yeah, Robert Derby or Derby.
Had one of the all-time shit games. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that one that he coughed up on the try line and they scored, he would have just wanted to sunk into the floor and disappear. But to be fair, he did score a try. He was one of those last try scorers to equal them up, I think, or the one before they equaled up. So props to him for getting that done. Tommy Dearden, he's just king of the North. Build the man a statue already. That bloke is just a weapon. I love seeing Tommy Dearden play.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one just had me on the edge of my seat. Like, this was such a good game. But fuck, man, this comes back to the just shoot early, because the amount of shots that both of these teams had, or the amount of opportunities they had in regular time and then in golden point to ice it. Scotty Drinkwater was trying from like 40 metres out, 30, like nothing was working him. Clifford shot one of the most average field goal attempts I think I've ever seen in my life. Nathan couldn't, I don't even think he got a chance for one, because the commentators kept going, like, if he gets a shot, he'll probably get it. And Nathan probably would. Never got the opportunity.
To shoot one off.
No.
But Mitch Kenny made sure of that, but yeah.
Well, yeah, did he what? But yeah, both of the teams just completely cooked their chances. This one was such a fun game to watch, though, because you had Kevy and you had Vossi on commentary. Holy fuck, they were the ultimate hype men for this game. Like, because especially Kevy, like, he can't keep his excitement in. And I guess because he hasn't done as much commentary, obviously, as some of the even Vossi gets going, but Kevy was like a kid in a candy store. Like, he thought it was better than anything. Oh, he was so. It just really added to that kind of like experience of golden point. So I really enjoyed that. Next game was just a na hey, goodbye to the Tigers.
That was
64-0
in the rugby league. In the rugby league dictionary, that was a rugby league flogging.
Yeah, let's scratch them out, as we all know.
Wasn't much to that game, honestly. Like, you can say, like, Paps had an amazing game and whatnot. I also didn't get to watch that because I was still at golf. But yeah, fuck me. It just shows, like, as good as the Tigers have been going this season, it also still shows how far they are away from ever contending for anything anytime soon.
Yeah. Well, I think we all saw that coming, considering they lost
didn't you tip Melbourne 1-12 last week? I'm pretty sure. I'm nearly certain of this.
Yeah, no, I did, but winning's winning. Winning's winning.
Oh, I don't know. They got a bit of a Tigers upset about this.
Yeah, well, it went the other way, didn't it? I saw. God, I'm part of an NRL fantasy group on Facebook, and I saw
tinfoil hats in that group as well.
No, somebody posted an all-time, though. They posted an article of like Daily Mail or whatever of Ryan Pappenhausen's like split up with his girlfriend or something like that, or his relationship's broken up, and they're like, boys, get him in your team. He's going to be on demon time this weekend.
Fuck, was he?
He wasn't.
When the fellas
fucking wasn't wrong.
Jamie and Mark in my Supercoach comp, fucking he captained him and got 300 and something points out of him.
Oh, it's ridiculous. And like what? That first try that he scored, he was just taking the piss. He wanted that ball more than a rabid dog. Like he was just getting there no matter what. Just kicked it again, and just kept going. Managed to rack up 36 points. I think the club record for himself, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, 34, 36. That's so funny though. He was the second highest scorer of the round. It's Melbourne still first.
That's just
Paps second, then Doggies.
That actually is ridiculous.
On Supercoach, if you captained him, he scored 364 points.
Holy shit. Yeah, that's broken.
That's a fucking day.
But then Paps, Storm, a couple of those other better teams, such a good example of, I think, what the Broncos are missing when it comes to plays where they're breaking through the line, like whatever, and players actually backing them up to be there. Like Storm, perfect example. Someone busts through the line. There's 4 dudes screaming for the ball. They've got so many options where someone breaks through on the Broncos more often than not recently. It's just been
so was it
unlucky.
Where we definitely could have iced it after Staggs broke through. Like, there was fucking no one to be seen around him. He was just riding solo. But there was 5 Bunnies players chasing, so that was hard to watch, that's for sure. But yeah.
Yeah, bloody Harry Grant being a pest in the grandstand again. Clips of him, honestly, Bellyache, there's nothing that's going to make the man happy, I don't think, at this stage. An absolute classic before we move on to the next game. 2 things. 1, big Nelly from Welly, his try celebration. I think hitting the Dougie or whatever after the big fella scored a mate fire. Classic. And then Luai's dad putting out. I thought that was hilarious. People are looking so far into this, and I'm just like, nah, that's fucking top tier banter. That's good gear.
He put something up today saying wife's banned me from the banter on the Insta or something like that.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good. All right, and then last game. Again, I don't really cover a whole lot of this.
For those out there who don't know what we're talking about, after that rugby league flogging, Luai's old boy put up get out of contract clause activated.
Absolute classic. And then this next one at 4 Pond Park, Seagulls get beaten 30-14 by the Sharks, which hurt me. Not much doing with Manly. That's I really don't have a whole lot to say about this one. Just not much doing.
So they'd finally pulled their finger out. So they'd finally pulled their finger out and was going to tally up another comeback for the weekend. But yeah, they just fucking laid down like Manly do, I guess. As soon as that first try went in to put Sharks back in front, they just fucking rolled over pretty much. So yeah, I don't know. They're really just going to be such a difficult team to tip and predict this season because, they are going to have hot and cold moments. Like, especially, when they played Penrith the other week, they fucking were phenomenal. Except for a little purple patch where they sort of switched off. But after that, they were on one. But yeah, I don't know. They're such a difficult team to pick this year.
Yeah, they're annoying. Coming off a bye, in particular though, coming off a bye at home Sunday arvo, that's just should be getting up for that one, particularly against a Shark side. Yeah. Trindle managed to get over as well, get himself a little meat pie. So happy days for him.
Couldn't have got Ezra Mam into my team any quicker this week after. How's Trindle, even with scoring a try, he only matched me 26 points? How fucking dismal is that? So
he don't miss, bro.
It was so good, man. Me and Dwayne were matched up this week, and I'd done him by 20 or something. Oh no, in the end, he must have had a few taken off him, so I done him by about 40. But yeah, it was literally point for point there going into that last match, and then when Trindle got taken off for HI, I was like, "Fuck! I need every 20 points from you today, Trindle."
Oh, dear. Yeah, no, you don't want him. I'm almost tempted to bring Ezra Mam in, but I'm like, nah, probably don't do that. All right, before we get into our tips and predictions for this week, though, a couple little shout-outs, little things that I do want to mention. For one, congratulations on Virat Kohli's Test career. Calling it a day with that one, hanging up the gloves, putting down the bat.
Well,
all hail the king.
At least we can say we sort of got to watch him in a Test match. For 15 overs.
Yeah. Look, seeing the king. Yeah, being ankle deep in water. Another one over the weekend, another Australian UFC MMA champion, Jack. Della Maddalena bang from Perth, getting it done over Bilal Muhammad. You probably didn't see that one, but boy, it was good. It was a hell of a fight, actually. Most exciting fight that Bilal's ever been in, and that's all because of Jack. He can bang. He was always going to be good, but managed to go out there and get there. So we got him, we got Volk, and if somehow Rob managed to capture that one off Drakus Duplessis at middleweight, that would just be amazing. One thing I do want to actually touch on, because they're about to announce it tomorrow, is who is going to be playing in Vegas, aka where we're going in 2026 when we bet our way all the way there.
Jeez, it's a long way, long road at the moment for us.
Well, look, we're going to get there. So we've already run out of a couple teams. So 8 teams are supposedly out of the race. So you're left with the Doggies, the Cows, Finns, Dragons, Eels, Knights, Storm, Titans, Tigers.
Well, I think about
you're running out of your good options.
3 that you put in there was Melbourne's going to go 100%. That's a fucking that's a given for sure.
Against Bellyache's wishes.
Cows will be there. Mark my word. I could see him.
You got to send the Doggies.
Yeah, Doggies 100%. Those three are going to be a lock, I think. I think you nearly just fuck off the rest of the Tigers, gone. Dragons, gone. Para, gone. Titans, don't worry about it. Stay on the Goldie. Who else was in there that you... Milk.
Eels and Knights. No, Milk's already been. Yeah, Eels and Knights as well. Just put a line through them.
See you, boys. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, unless Matty and Joey Johns are winding back the clock and putting on a jersey to run out there, then no one's going for that. I guess
Finns probably?
You could put Dolphins.
So
yeah, Finns. So yeah, I'd be sending Doggies. So basically pack up of all.
I just had you at Magic Round going through my head. What sound does Neil make?
Well, you're going to have all the Belmore going. Then you send the Cowboys, Finns up, and then Storm. Yeah. The only person that's probably not going to make the trip is going to be Bellyache because he's going to refuse to go. But yeah, that's who I'd be picking. Because the other ones, like, you're going to send fucking... try to pick the worst lineup you could go with. Imagine you send
putting
Tigers.
Titans.
No,
I think the Titans and Knights game would be up there. But see, like, it'd be 2 shit teams, Tigers and Tigers and the Eels playing, but it'd probably be a decent game.
That'd be all right.
But
yeah, that'd be all right.
The Knights and I think the NRL would just need to steer clear of the Knights and the Titans, really.
Yeah, if we can go back to the Knights missing out on Magic Round every year, then that'd be fine.
What's that? 26 that year. Bears come in 27. Fuck it, send the Bears, leave the Titans at home. Never send them.
I think that's a fair call. All right, let's move into what are we round 11? Round 11. Tips and predictions. Thursday night, Knights versus the Eels. Now, this one, hate it. Fuck, do I hate it? But you would think, and the favourites are the Knights, back at home again. Chances to right wrongs after that fucking dismal performance last week. In saying that, though, Zachy Lomax, he's back. And he's on the wing, too, which is even not... No, he is. No.
You sure?
No. Yep, he's in number 2.
I swear he was number 3.
Zach Lomax, number 2.
Gate.
Say less.
That's
so with that one...
Every day. Hopefully...
Yeah, so that's...
It's 2 shit as well, though. He's been out for a few weeks, but that he hasn't just been in the... As much... I'm looking at this from not a Queenslander perspective. That dude was elite on the wing for Origin last year. He was elite all year on the wing. So Flatto definitely unlocked something there, and I think Rilesy's just jumping straight on the back of that. Great decision, in my opinion.
Well, especially with Moses being back, obviously. And it's not like they've got Dom Young there at the Knights to jump up and compete for it. So Zachy Lomax, I love that. Like the Eels, I don't know, they keep losing, but something about the Eels, Moses and Lomax, they've got me like a cobra and a flute. I'm just like, ooh, the Eels, yes.
You're just trying to find excuses every week to tip Para. And as soon as Moses come back, you're like, ooh. Lomax.
Boy, have I found one. But I'm shattered after the Knights last week. I got no trust, no faith. Adam O'Brien is gone. well, about to be anyway, and Lomax back at the wing. Like, I don't need to hear nothing else. So, yeah, put me down. Eels 1-12, Zach Lomax anytime.
Yeah, I'm going to follow the exact same bet. I did have Fox originally. I think Para they're not going to build to like a top 8 performance this year, that's for sure. But I think they definitely have been better. They've definitely shown a lot more glimpses since Moses has been back, and I think it's only going to get better and better each week. So Para 1-12 against a dismal Knights team, and yeah, return Zach Lomax.
Lomax, bro. Next one, Doggies versus the Roosters. Doggies at home, huge.
Okay, cool.
Fucking unreal what they managed. Well, you say that.
Are you about to tell me you're tipping the Roosters?
Look, I'm not going as far as tipping the Roosters, but off a bye, like, Roosters this season, shit, right? Shit. Don't like them, but
I don't know. They are coming. They are starting to come good.
It is a weird one that the Chooks are going to pick up. Like, they beat Broncos, they beat Penrith. Watch them beat a team like the Doggies or something like that. But Doggies at home, no way. 1-12. Nah. Give me 1-12 for the Doggies in this one. Big news out of, I guess, the Chooks pen this week is the Cheese.
Cheese is on his way to Redfern.
Cheese is gone, media release. They've posted on all the Instagrams and social media and all that saying thanks to him. Probably for the best, I think, with the Cheese at this stage. Like, let him move on to something better, get coached by Wayne Bennett, whatever else. But yeah, like, surely the Doggies get this one done at home. Like, their momentum is ridiculous. You know, it's going to be packed out. You're going to have that fucking, you know, that video of that dude on the leash that's like barking. He's that Doggies fan. You're gonna have like 20 of those guys getting around.
Yeah. Fucking love that.
Getting around a core stadium. So they're going to be mauling the Roosters. So I'm all for the Doggies. Definitely give me that and give me Karaz anytime.
I've actually jumped on the kick out and I'm going to be going the Doggies 13+, believe it or not. Yeah, especially I think they're going to be fucking hyped up on momentum after doing the milk in that sort of fashion last week. So yeah, I think the Dogs will turn up for sure.
All right, next game, Finns versus the Wars. I'm very much up the Wars at this stage. I have been thoroughly convinced, and it's not that I've never not been. It's just, you're playing my boys like the Broncos or whatever. A little bit. But this is another one. This is at the Suncorp, I believe, that there could be a Finns upset in this. There could be something in this. In saying that, up the Wars, there's a couple of ins for both. Well, maybe not both of these teams, but at least Big Fish, though, he's coming back in for the Wars. So that is just
big addition, but
massive.
I think what I said before, Jackson Ford's out, and I think Bunty's out as well, I believe. So
Hectic Fred's going to be crying somewhere that Bunty's out. He's fallen to his knees somewhere in a Bunnings. I don't know.
Fallen to his knees somewhere in a pack and save.
Yeah, he's just heartbroken that Bunty.
I think you're going to see another close one for the Wars, like they did last week against the Dragons. But at this stage, I'm just tipping them, so I don't have to. So if they lose and I've tipped them, I don't have to listen to those Warriors fans in the comments bitching that, oh fuck, you should have tipped the Wars. Right, shut up. I'll go for the Wars 1-12 and what will probably be another very close one.
I got the Wars 1-12. I'm just looking at my anytime try scorer. I think I'm going to change it though, because I did notice a certain man is there at lock number 13 for the Dolphins this week, and that is hometown here. Yeah, Ray Stone.
I
see Ray Stone. I say yes.
New South Wales boy.
No, he's not. No, he definitely is. But no, well, we'll claim him. Brisbane local actually, but yeah, I see a Ray Stone and I say yes very much. I might actually jump on that as a little something. Another thing.
So yeah, we'll just have to.
I was going to go Lukey Metcalf because he's got a hot hand at the moment. Yeah, give me Ray Stone.
Won't find a line after he's scored nearly every week for the last 5 weeks.
Yeah. Oh, I'm starting, like, there's definitely a thing. Like, if a try scorer has scored too many in a row, I'll steer clear because it's bad. It's bad juju that, and Ray Stone's due. So, speaking of the Warriors, though, they released a Dear Warrior or Dear Warriors, whatever jersey they put out, and it's one of the all-time jerseys this year. It's a little bit of a throwback, I guess, to some of the... Oh, it's unreal. So Louis Brown, ex-Warriors player, played like nearly 200 games, whatever it might have been, of Earl's collective fame. So mad clothing brand that he's got going, but he was brought in to design this one. I think it's sold out in like a record time. Like the Brisbane ones sell out fast, but this is ridiculous. And I just wish that we could build like a, I don't know, like that the Warriors just have such like a specific thing, like creatively, their culture, their fan base, like everything's just tied in together like so well. And they just get to release like super cool stuff like this. And yeah, it'd be cool if other clubs, you know, got on board. They're never going to have the same thing, but you know, maybe collaborated more with artists. I guess to an extent, like what Brisbane's done with the Sabo stuff. Bad luck jersey, that one. But it's good to see. All right. Next game, Cows versus the Manly Seagulls. You know I'm back in the Cows.
You know I'm back in Manly.
I'm riding high. I ain't fucking leaving. I'm taking them all day. Poor Clifford, the big red dog. He's got the boot. He's sleeping in the outhouse this week. Purdue moves into the 6. Tommy Dearden into the 7. Clifford's just gone. He's gone.
Yeah,
what are you gonna do?
Which, like, I think he's been pretty solid ever since he's come back into.
I was going to say he's done nothing wrong at all.
Unless he's had like a bit of an injury or something that we've missed. But I'm actually going to go fucking Manly. Manly 1-12.
He's going Manly? 1-12, yeah.
Might have rocks in my head, but I've gone Manly. So, like I was saying before, they're just going to be one of those teams this week. They very well could roll it there and get fucking 50 put on them by the Cowboys. You never know. But they also do have the team, do have the lineup to be able to roll it there and put a bit of a score on. So, you know, it's just if you get them on the day, it's good for you. But if you don't, not so good.
Yeah, well, that's kind of how I thought basically the exact same thing. I'm like, watch me the 1 week I don't back them. But the Cows have been consistent enough for me. They have been getting me wins. Purdue is apparently a half anyway, so that's interesting. But I feel like he's been playing really well in the centres, scoring bulk tries. It's kind of like if the thing ain't broke, well, so hopefully it doesn't throw them out too much. A lot of faith in Tommy in the 7, though. Get to see a bit more of his kicking game, I'm assuming, which will be good. But a running Purdue, bigger frame there in the 6, fucking fast as all fuck. I'm going with him anytime, and yeah, Cows 1-12 for me.
I have I can't remember who I've put down for an anytime in that game. I got Tommy Bra.
Tommy Bra. Yeah, I was going to say default. Next one, Sharks versus the Storm. Finally, a team that are going to topple the Sharks.
Yeah.
Finally.
Sharpies definitely have a voodoo against Melbourne, that's for sure. They fucking hate playing Melbourne, hate playing Penrith. So I think it will be tight. I think the Sharks will probably have enough dog in them to make it a bit of a game. So I'll go Melbourne 1-12, and I'm going to have Xavier Coates.
Nah, fuck that. Sharks, they hate a top side. They hate to see them. They're going to get...
Give me a flogging.
Yeah, Melbourne 13+. Sharks are getting buried. Hopefully the Storm can keep on with this one.
Sorry, cut you off there. I didn't have Xavier. I got Sewer this week.
You haven't said this one.
Sewer Falongo.
Oh, is that who your try scorer is? Okay, you've got Suafalaga. That's good. I got Paps, easiest try scorer of all time. Heartbroken, scorned, hitting the gym. He's going to bulk up 10 kg.
He scored too many last week.
Yeah.
He's not going over.
Yeah, nah, I'm putting him in. He's going over. He's paying about $1.50 or whatever. So I'm putting him in. Not a whole lot to say about this. Sharks, not a fan. Storm, not really a fan either. But the least I can finally say, Storm are going to give it to these poxy dogs and just put them away. Fucking sick of them. Shout out Chloe because I'm sick of your team.
Biggest Sharks hater.
Just done.
Love it.
Just done. No, literally, just hate them. I think this is the second last one. Sunday Arvo. Broncos versus the Dargans. Well, we discussed it. Ezra is back. Wham, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, is back in, which I look, controversial. I fucking love it. Get in there.
Some hate it. I fucking love it. Yeah, Ezra's going to absolutely fuck up a backline, I think, this week. That's for sure. A bit of speed out the back, a running game in a 6, I think, is probably a big thing that we definitely have been missing. Don't get me wrong, Ben's been good, but it very much has been 2 7s on a field at a time, which at times for sure, he definitely has a better ball playing hand than Ezra. So at times, he's definitely got a better kick, better ball handling, or better passing, I guess I should say. which has been good at times, but also I think we have been missing that bit of flair with Reece out. So someone like Ezra coming in is going to be good.
Yeah, Ezra definitely adds a bit of X factor, and again, Ezra coming back in, I love it. But the clip of him playing Reggie's over the weekend, I think it was off a kickoff here. He had like a line break, got through, and Ezra is quick. Like that bloke can actually motor. I reckon he could have gassed it and got around old mate and fullback, but instead he's gone into him, bumpers up, flatlined old mate, kept going, offloaded. The other fellas scored a try. Fullback's down and back. I was looking at him like, Ezra, you didn't need to do the man like that.
For that fullback. He was dead and buried after Ezra just ran a hole through his chest.
Yeah, there was no need for that. Ezra just went, I'm going to let out a bit of steam and just roll this bloke real quick. But yeah, I'm a little bit heartbroken that we're not going to see Ben Hunt versus Flano in this one, because again, that could have very much ended up, like we said, a bit of jump on, some on. Where
Ben, he would have scored and he would have kicked the footy out of the stadium, that's for sure.
Oh, it's gone interstate, this one, I reckon. It's not only going outside the stadium, not out of Brisbane.
Would have been too good.
Like, honestly, it would have been amazing. So we're not going to see that. I don't know if Broncos play the Dargans later on in the year or not. So maybe there's an opportunity we'll see that, but it wouldn't have been the same. And then you got bloody Madge. He's almost as bad as Ballyache swapping around your wingers and that with the second rowers. Again, we've got another combination, I think, coming into this weekend. Pia Cora back to the bench. You got bloody Xavier Willinson back in. Jordan, I don't bloody double movement Ricky in the back row again. So I don't know, it's a little bit all over the place. Yeah, it was. I remember, I'm pretty sure we went to this game last year. That's when we went through to the Suncorp members area.
Sucked for us.
And it was so disappointing. So hopefully we turn up big time because we're due. Because we're about to fly out
this year.
That is a shame. Because we're on a trajectory to fly out of the 8 at the moment. So this is a must win for the Broncos. I think Ezra is going to bring something back in, balance it out where you've actually truthfully got a 6. You got Reno in the 7. Definitely something that we need. Some of their big men are out. Toby Couchman, he's out for a couple of weeks with a shoulder injury or whatever. So at least that's something. But must win for the Broncos. I've been just going over and over and over trying to figure out like what could possibly be going wrong with us.
Fucks me.
I reckon if there's a man searching, it'd be Madge. If you could tell that, like, he'd probably pay millions of dollars right now if you could tell you exactly what was wrong with the Broncos. But with Ezra coming back in, give me Mam any time. Thank you very much. That's my.
I'm going to run with the Katoni Staggs this week.
Broncos 13 plus.
Broncos 13 plus, and take me a little Katoni Staggs this week. I think he's traditionally played a good game against the Dragons. I think there's a good chance of him palming a hole in some cunt's chest and running over for a try. So, yeah, give me a Katoni anytime, Broncos 13 plus.
Well, looking at you, Val Holmes, you're the one that's going to be getting a hole put in you. Enjoy that. Last one, Milk versus the Titans.
Don't even need to talk about this. Don't even need to talk about it. Milk's going to win by a fuckload after getting flogged. Sicky's going to have the boys up and about. Titans, don't even worry about hitting the airport. Just fucking give up the 2 points.
No, you say that though. Like, surely the Milk cannot. Like, they literally cannot lose this one.
I would bet anything on this. They are not losing this game.
They were at home last week, but now, like,
doggies.
This is how.
We got different ends of the spectrum here.
Yeah. Well, this is how this game is going to play out, right? Titans are going to win the first half 20-0. 20-0. You're going to have Titans, right? And then Milk are going to come out win 30-20 in the second half. I am willing. This is like I've said for weeks. You got the best first half, the best second half team. You're about to see the combination of both, and you're going to see who's going to arm wrestle. And I think it's the Milk. They're going to get this done. I'm going to go with them 1-12. Few ins and outs. You got a couple back rows moving around for the Milk. Hosking goes in the second row, which we like. Kieran Foran, he's back in the 14, so it'll be interesting to see how they use him. I think his leadership and experience should help them, but not against a fighter or Ricky, it's not going to.
Different ends of the spectrum. We've got Des who's somewhat like fallen asleep in the box by the looks of it nowadays, and we're going to have Ricky chewing his face off with a bit of gum. So, yeah, Ken said it.
I just realised we've got one more after this, actually, but I got Hosking anytime for myself. What do you got, Tom?
Reserve your Savage.
Savage. All right. Actually, last game of the round, Tigers versus Rabbitohs. Tigers at home, legally required to bounce back after getting one season over, two flogged within an inch of their life. They have to bounce back. And I think as well the Rabbitohs, real high after winning last week, the way that they did. I reckon they're going to come back down to earth a little bit. And again, Tigers and home game woo is just screams 1-12 for me. So I'm gonna grab Tigers.
I'm actually going to go the other way. After a big high and a win like that, turning up against the Bronx, I'm going to go Bunnies 1-12.
A little bit of Bunnies action.
Yeah. Same thing though. Could very well come to regret this. And I feel like Tigers are definitely the safer bet. But I'm losing by 6 in the tipping comp and I need to make up ground. So give me the Bunnies 1-12 and give me a returning AJ anytime. AJ's back.
Oh, like Johnson.
No,
yeah.
Brimson.
Brimson. I was like, what are you talking about? All right, let's get into a bit of Vegas. I moved through again to round 2 while you're starting from scratch. So pretty much, if you haven't already heard, we're trying to turn $5 a couple times over all the way to Vegas, hopefully not to see the Knights play in 2026. So yeah, got up last week on Fletcher Sharp. I got about $11.30 odd laying around in the bank. I got torn 2 ways this week, Tom. I got attracted by my by the lure that they seem to throw out for me every single week in the Eels with Zach Lomax returning. I thought him on the wing, I like it. But you know what I like even more? Returning, I think he was paying about, I'd like to say $2. I'd like to say he's about $2 to score any time, which I don't hate. But I don't hate that. But what I liked more was a little Ezra Mam coming back in for the Broncos. Whole world against Ezra, paying $2.50. Bang. Thank you. Take my money. I'm all on Ezra this week.
That's a big bet, I believe. I'm going to go somewhat conservative here, I believe. Maybe conservative. I'm going to be jumping on my bet to Vegas. I'm going to have it is just under $2, but at $1.95, I'm going to have the Leichhardt Lamborghini, Charlie Staines, anytime.
The Leichhardt Lamborghini.
Shout out to Ham. He stole that one off them on their podcast.
Yeah, that's a crook one. I'm trying to figure out what I had now for
the
my...
name I had was Campbelltown Corvette.
Now, multi of the week... Follow if you dare, but again, I couldn't stay away from Zachy Lomax. So give me Zach Lomax returning on the wing with Mitchy Moses. Thank you very much. He's been a bit dry for the last couple of weeks, and returning Ezra Mam, I think, is really going to open up that left attacking side for the Broncos. Jesse Arthurs, he's due. He hasn't scored in like 2 games or something, 2-3 games. So give me him, and then with Zachy Hosking coming into that second row position where the Milk just love back rowers scoring points. 3 of those, chuck them all together, you get $10.39 on a blue betting agency, which I think's a little bit of for me.
And I, like every week, I'm currently building mine. I'm just going a little 3-leg try scorer multi this week. Had a couple of these pull off for me when we're at Magic Round, and they're a little bit safer bet, a little bit larger stake on them. So at $8.36 of odds, which I think this is pretty generous. The last try scorer in there does boost it up a touch. I'm going to have a Jacob Cabraz anytime, who does seem to be finding the line quite a lot lately. A boy who I don't know how he hasn't scored a try the last fucking 2 weeks, Xavier Coates. He'll be going in there as well as any time. And I'm going to be jumping on Tony Staggs, as I'm a firm believer this week that he will score against the Dragons. So give me a Carraz, give me a Coates, give me a Staggs, and give me $8.36 odds. Thank you.
I think it's pretty juicy. I feel like if there's a man that's going to either make you or break you in this one, it is going to be Mr. Staggs at the end there, though. Get you all the way to Sunday, real dick tease, and then just bang, no Staggs. Yeah. It's all going to be going to Shibasaki down that left edge there with Ezra just busting through the line. Shiba's going to score a hat-trick and Staggs not going to see a single nut.
Guess we'll see.
Yeah, we shall. Now, that pretty much brings us to the end of it, I reckon. We should have Origin teams, hopefully, after the end of this week, something like that. So we'll be able to have a yarn about those next week.
Be a little emergency potty Sunday if the teams come out of there. I'm not too sure. So
yeah, I guess we'll see that. It will be on Monday, but yeah, if not, if it comes out Monday, you're getting it Tuesday. Well, you're getting it Wednesday. In that case, fuck yeah. But if you made it this far, like, subscribe, follow the socials, all that sort of jazz, and we'll see you next week.